that they spotted Mazi Simon Ekpa in a garden and he was trying to pretend to cover his face, not to really show that he's the one. So, MC Gomeka, let me have your reaction. Any information from your end that Mazi Simon Ekpa is released?
I've told you severally that prompt to the way Nigeria government has let the Nigeria know that Samuel Ekpa is being under the custody of them. You cannot testify to it because there's no any video evidence here to show that Samuel Ekpa is in the custody of the dead. Samuel Ekpa is living his dead life. For me, I am entitled to my opinion because probably the French government will have tell him, okay, we don't want you to tweet. We don't want you to see you outside. Stay away from camera. And that's what he's doing. So if anybody tell you that he saw Samuel Ekpa is covering his face with cloth in Finland, the person might be right. He might be right. So for me, since Samuel Ekpa has been deprived not to speak online, do this thing, has the case of insecurity stopped in Nigeria? The answer is no. Was it not after the private Samuel Ekpa not to speak online that the what is it called? People were murdered in Boy State. Over 30 people were killed. The choosings.
But don't you also think that the silence of Samuel Ekpa not to communicate to his followers is causing a lot of harms to his followers as well? Because nobody seems to believe. There are a lot of unconfirmed flying news left and there, fake news. Nobody really know what is going on. If Samuel Ekpa is out, if he's not out, if he's in detention, if he was called for press story, if he was restricted from social media. That's why one of the reasons why you have this divided house in their own camp between the Tongo's Rabreze and the Ogere camp. Let's hear from Jamaica. What will be your reaction concerning the silence of Dr. Mazi Simon?
The silence of Samuel Ekpa, don't forget that in the month of May is the final day where Samuel Ekpa case will be finally judged. So that whether he will come on here or not, he will definitely come. His own case is still far better than Nnamdi Kanu. Because what Nnamdi Kanu is facing under Nigeria DSS now, don't forget that Nnamdi Kanu have come out and cry out that he has heart failure, congestive heart failure. That means he said, according to his word, I speak and I quote what he said, that they are bringing quack doctor to come and treat him in the DSS custody. So with that, you cannot compare Samuel Ekpa with Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu Samuel Ekpa is living his life in Finland. Let's agree with what Nigeria government said that the guy is under detention of security in Finland. He's still enjoying his life compared to Nnamdi Kanu. So for me, let everybody be patient. The Biafra camp should put themselves in order. May is already here. Today is May 17th, and they are very soon. We approach man one item before get to May. May we should see the end of this thing. Whether they convince we are able to get concrete evidence against Samuel Ekpa to nail him or not. Then Biafra will hear from him.
My name, Dr. Daniel Buhala, said that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu renounced Biafra and also apologize to Nigerians. MC Dwemeka, what's your reaction on this very statement by Dr. Daniel Buhala?
Now, the Daniel Buhala should not be taken serious. He's a man I call stomach infrastructure because this is the same man who called Bola Ahmed Tinubu drug baron. He called Tinubu a criminal. He called Tinubu all sorts of names before that election. Don't forget that he was a campaign manager of to Atiku Abubakar before that general election. But knowing Tinubu who he is, he knows how to win people without using police, without using EFCC to intimidate like people like the Obasanjo, people like Buhari. He knows how to win. That these guys, they're after money. Probably one will say once they collect one ballon, what is it called? Ghana must go. That they will turn back. And that's who Daniel Buhala is. So for me, Daniel Buhala does not have the integrity to say whether Nnamdi Kanu should be released or not. Because as I speak to you, this information I'm dishing out is in the public domain. It's not from my mouth, you are hearing it. As I speak to you in the north, Boko Haram have taken over, Al-Qaeda have taken over. Daniel Buhala have not said anything about it. But he has a mouth to speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As I speak to you now, you see of the truth that has been revealed by US about who is sponsoring Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda. In fact, that means that Nnamdi Kanu does not have any case to answer. And even IPOP is in vindication because I speak to you, I was thinking that the US will measure Donald Trump. Donald Trump will measure that IPOP is a terrorist, but he never measure IPOP. That means Nnamdi Kanu don't have case to answer because the case the federal government is charging against him because he's treason. So he's causing war. He's a terrorist. So if the US is not recognizing that IPOP is a terrorist, and recognize Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram. There's no case at all. So for me, for Daniel Bwala, it should not be taken serious. It's waste of energy. Let me tell you. One will ask, why is Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for this agitation? Nnamdi Kanu, you agree with me that he was living a good life in UK. It's because of the love he has for his people. He felt that what Nigeria is doing for Igbos as a nation is uncalled for. Don't forget that after the Biafra war, Nigeria government said that no victor, no vanquish. But as it is now, like the Igbo side are in the vanquish side, because after the Biafra war, they did not allow Igbo to come close to power. Any sensitive position, Igbo is not allowed to come near. So that's what the young man see, that as Igbo region, there is no seaport, there is no international airport. If the former president Osinbajo have testified that without Igbo no Nigeria, that the economic base of Nigeria, the Shetima, the current vice president, also testified to that. Why are you not allowing these people to go close to power or to hold sensitive position? Now, Nigeria constitution under 1999 constitution allow everybody to agitate. So that's what Nnamdi Kanu is doing.
Yes,
What
based based on Buhari's statement, he said that if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is intended or want to release Nnamdi Kanu, first and foremost, the court of higher jurisdiction must first and foremost convict Nnamdi Kanu before President Bola Ahmed Tinubu can now come in and give him presidential pardon. Do you think that Nnamdi Kanu will be released based on what Dr. Daniel Buara said? Because Nnamdi Kanu said he is an innocent. All the charges leveled against him, he is an innocent. And no court in Nigeria can be able to convict him. Now, if court cannot convict him, and Buara said the only way Nnamdi Kanu can get freedom in the court is if his court convicts him, then president give him the potential pardon. So all this call for release of Nnamdi Kanu is irrelevant until he's being convicted.
Now, these are the set of people that is advising President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wrongly, because if you look at this kind of people, these Fulani men that surrendered President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, at the first place, they don't like Nnamdi Kanu. Now, what Daniel Bwala is saying, is he saying that he knows more than the Afeniferis? He knows more than the Ohaneze? Even the Justice Yanku has once advised President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he should use political dialogue to solve this issue. Why is that Bwala don't have yet to listen to know what is called for? As I speak to you now, the reason why Nnamdi Kanu don't want to give up on this struggle, let me tell you, Populous Evans, we know when he was being picked up, he is into kidnapping. Then Wadume also from Taraba, he's also kidnapping, right? Two of them do the same business. But as I speak to you now, Wadume has been released. He's enjoying his dear life. Is it because he's from North? Now Evans is still in the custody of Nigeria police. So what are we saying? So Nnamdi Kanu is agitating for his right, for his people to live. So what you levy allegation of terrorism against him, and the high courts, the appeal court said no, this man should be free because the way Nigeria picked him from Kenya is uncalled for. So what is Daniel Bwala saying? Do you know how many people that has been free in the north that have not been convicted? So the truth of the matter is that Nigeria, our leaders, they keep shaming Nigerians to the world, because the action Nnamdi Kanu have displayed in court, the world have seen it. China, the rest of big station in the world have seen it. So how is really calling nation as himself for Nnamdi Kanu to accuse Justice Yanku that he's trying all possible way to convince him, because the husband and the son have corruption charges against him. So why will Nigeria even appoint a woman who the husband and the son have allegation case at the first place? So what am I trying to say in essence? We are disgracing ourselves. That's why we don't have value in the world anymore. 455 million that was supposed to be a giant Africa. We are only giant by population, but we are not giant anymore. Even Seme-Boda is being respected than Nigerians. And that's why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu keeping jumping from one country to another to be begging investors, and investors are not coming. Because we keep disgracing ourselves. Earlier you leave your man, we can let him go home. And let's resolve, let dialogue on the round table. Is earlier the best. Earth, you keep prolonging the evil days ahead of us.
Same time, the coalition group of the Northerners also accused Peter Obi and others individuals that call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, that whosoever that call Nnamdi Kanu is whosoever that asked the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. Last week I interviewed some individuals. I said, I'm very call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, or unless anybody, everybody of Igbos call for release of Nnamdi Kanu. Number 6 man in Nigeria now, Benjamin Kalu, called, which is a corruption. Even the current minister, Bianca Ojukwu, called, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bianca Ojukwu, also called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Now that the coalition for the Northerners group said that whosoever, they mentioned Peter Obi that called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, should start as a terrorist. Buhari also added that if Nnamdi Kanu wants to get freedom, he should renounce Biafra, and also he should apologize to Nigeria. Do you think that this man is not going to be rot in jail, Nnamdi Kanu?
Nnamdi Kanu cannot rot in jail. Whether today or tomorrow, Nnamdi Kanu will be released. I said something just now. If you look at how Nelson Mandela achieved his freedom for his people, he also passed through the same similar problem Nnamdi Kanu is passing through. To whom much is given, much is expected. Don't forget that even God himself might have hand in the case of this Nnamdi Kanu. Because the Bible makes us understand, God said, I was the one that hardened the heart of Pharaoh, so that when the children of Israel get their freedom, they will glorify him. What you don't suffer for, you might not have value for it when you get to your hand. So Nnamdi Kanu, don't forget that even Jesus, our Lord Savior, to carry the cross, was it easy? He saw the cross. He got to an extent and said, God, Sabataba, if it is your will, let this cup pass over me. Because he saw the atrocity ahead of him. But God eventually gave him grace, and he was able to carry that cross. So he said the same thing, Nnamdi Kanu now is carrying the cross. The only thing people should be praying for him, God should give him the strength to carry it. If Nnamdi Kanu is not ordained by God or by the ancestor of the ground, he will have neglected this struggle since and go for money and go for fame. But up to this very moment, to the last 2 weeks here, he came to the court. He was shouting that Biafra or nothing, that he will fight with his last blood. That's to tell you that this man is chosen by the gods.
All right.